I kind of wanted to do ballet, but I got kicked out of ballet class.
You weren't following instructions or what?
I
What
guess
happened?
I was kind of the class clown, so I got kicked out. And as a punishment, my mom put me in karate with my brother.
Oh boy, I think it's all in the mind.
Yep.
It's the mindset
It
of
is.
an Ironman. It's
Right.
multiple circuits, right?
Right.
So kind of walk us through what an Ironman looks like.
A total of 226 miles. So
Oh,
you do
wow.
a 2.4 mile swim, then you do a 112 mile bike ride, and a 26.2 mile run. Mind over body.
Yes, yes.
You can think it, you could accomplish it.
It's Mauricio Mejia live on YouTube.
It's Mauricio Mejia live inside of Studio B in the heart of Silicon Valley, downtown San Jose. And today we're actually going to talk about some pretty interesting things. Woman entrepreneur involved in real estate, health and wellness. And one thing that I've actually, this is going to be the first time I've ever talked about Ironman and the challenges of being actually a super elite athlete, because that's what it takes to do one of those Ironmans. And I've only heard about them and watched them, but I've never, ever attempted to try one. So want to say thank you again for taking the time to be here today with us. I kind of shared with you in the background, we talk about entrepreneurship, we talk about the journey, and it doesn't always have to be entrepreneurship. It just, some people have some interesting stories to share with.
Yep.
And, we've known each other in a very short period of time. I'm a client of yours at BMS, which is Body, Mind, and Spirit. It's
Yes.
a wellness center here in Santa Clara County. And I've been there now for about 8 weeks, and I've seen such transformation happen.
Oh, good.
With me and mentally, physically. And want to just we'll touch on that later on in the conversation. But before we go there, kind of want to start with, a little bit of background on you, born and raised, and kind of your journey onto, how you got to where you're at today, present.
Okay.
So,
Well, thank you for having me.
yeah, it's an honor. Thank you.
We love having you at BMS. We love it. It's always very fun.
I kind of wake up the whole crew in the
You
morning.
do.
We're part of the.
We miss
we're-
you when
we're-
you're not there.
We're part of the morning crew. So
Yeah, we need that energy in the morning. Yeah, well, I was born in San Diego, raised until around high school when I moved to Mexico City with my family.
I love San Diego, by the way.
Yeah, San Diego is amazing.
Super chill. I mean, as much as it's just rule. It's got this energy.
Yes, the finest city.
There
That's
you go.
why they call it. Why they do. Yeah, it's beautiful. My whole family's there. We moved to Mexico City because my dad, he kind of wanted to get back to his family roots. He's an immigrant. He's not like, Mexico City, born, but he got there really young. He has his roots there.
Okay.
He kind of wanted to get back to that.
So are you full Mexican? Or?
I mean, kinda, not really.
All right. Give us- what's
my
the,
mom,
what's the other half then?
So like my dad is Syrian,
Okay.
born in Syria. My mom was born in Guadalajara.
Okay.
So, but she moved to San Diego when she was young.
Okay.
Yeah,
How'd your father fall in love with Mexico City, being a Syrian?
he moved there with his family.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and when he was really young, he grew up there. He met my mom. They both moved to San Diego. That's where I was born.
Got it.
And he kind of wanted to get back, so he moved us all with him.
Got it.
Yeah, and that's where I, finished school, got married, had babies.
So you learned Spanish while you were in Mexico too.
Well, I always grew up speaking Spanish.
Okay.
In my house, like that was the rule. We had to speak Spanish at home, English everywhere else. So I'm fully bilingual, which
Nice.
most of us who grew up like on the border are. It's kind of normal.
And you said you have siblings?
I have a brother.
Okay.
I have an older brother, 1 year older than me. And yeah, that's it. We're pretty normal childhood, all good.
There you go. Well, normal
Yeah.
sounds to you, right? So
Well, yeah.
let me ask you. So school, you
Yeah.
did school in Mexico then?
I
Or-
did. I did my. I went to the university to get my nutritionist degree.
Okay.
I was always into like nutrition, fitness. I was always into sports since I was really young. I kind of wanted to do ballet, but I got kicked out of ballet class.
You weren't
'cause
following instructions or what?
I
What
guess
happened?
I was kind of the class clown, so I got kicked out. And as a punishment, my mom put me in karate with my brother.
Oh boy.
And honestly, I loved it.
Okay.
It was great. So we did that.
Maybe you just didn't want to do like the foo-foo stuff, you know?
Maybe. I kind of always I was always kind of a tomboy, probably growing up. I loved martial arts. So yeah, we got our black belts. We became instructors.
Okay.
That was really cool. We went to Mexico City and opened up a little school there for a while. But yeah, like kind of always, that was always my thing. Like sports, physical activity. Yeah, like health, nutrition. I was just always into that.
So I know you kind of shared in the background earlier. You talked about some of the, you had an interest in real estate while you were while you were down there. So
yeah.
And I also know that you shared that this Ironman training and this elite trainings and the things that you were working on. Right after school, did you get into the health and wellness lane, or how did kind of give us how did all of this kind of come together?
Yeah, well, I went to school for to be a nutritionist. I got certified to train endurance athletes.
Okay.
And so I started doing that. I loved it. I trained open water swimmers, marathoners, triathletes.
So you're a swimmer too?
I am a swimmer.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
I am a swimmer. I love the open water swimming. I'm endurance.
Got it.
I like long distance stuff.
You got to do that Alcatraz swim. Then.
Oh my gosh, I'm terrified of sharks. If not, I would have already done it.
There's no sharks in that area.
So I'm kind of goal oriented. So I kind of like, I have to train for something to, meet that goal.
Got it.
So that's why I got into that. And then I also, did a few events.
Got it.
I did a few, marathons, Ironmans, open water.
I like how you say it just so calmly. A few marathons and marathons are like 26 miles, right? Is that
26.2?
All right. And how many marathons did you do? I like how you're just so calm. Oh, just a few little marathons here and there. How many marathons in your career?
I did 2 marathons.
Okay.
And then
it's more than I've done.
And then I did. Then the marathon is part of the Ironman.
Okay.
So I did 3 of those.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Talk to me about Ironman, because that's brutal.
It's amazing.
I don't want to say I can't see you, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't think it's not about the outside appearance of an Ironman. I think it's all in the mind.
Yep.
It's the mindset of
an
Ironman.
It is.
Because it's not just one type of circuit. It's multiple circuits, right? So kind of walk us through what an Ironman looks like.
So
and the training of an Ironman.
The training is crazy. You gotta that has to be your priority. If not, you just won't do it. It is a lot of mental fortitude.
Okay.
I think for me and for who I trained with, it was all about the goal, right?
Got it.
It was all about just finishing it.
Got it.
You're not really competing with anyone except yourself.
Wow. Okay.
You just the goal is to just finish it, and that's a great accomplishment in itself. The training, you got to put in the hours.
Yeah.
There's no other way.
Yeah.
That's
just
the
like
hard
anything
part.
in life.
Just like anything in life.
Yeah.
Just like anything. You got to put in the hours. It's not easy. You got to wake up at 4 a.m. and go hit that pool, put in the laps. It is what it is. And then you got to take those long, bike rides. And then, the running. You just have to combine it all. Long runs, short runs.
What is the time frame on something like that? What's
You
the
can
regimen
do
like that?
anything. Well, the actual race, the event, you can do anything from 10 to 15, 18 hours. They have different cutoff times. But yeah, people take a long time.
Wow.
Yeah, I haven't kept up. I don't know what the record is now, but it was around 9 hours, the fastest.
It's continuous too, right?
Oh, it's continuous.
Yeah,
So I think it's...
Wait, so it's from start to finish.
Oh, yeah.
So there's no
No.
we're going to do the one part today, the next part tomorrow.
No. I think I'm not up to date with I don't remember the exact miles you swim, but I think it's a 6-mile swim. I know it in kilometers. A total of 226 miles. So you do a 2.4 mile swim, then you do a 112-mile bike ride and a 26.2 mile run.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, on the bike, I think you're kind of getting away with 100 miles because you're pedaling.
Well, honestly, that was the toughest for me.
Was it?
Yeah, you wouldn't believe it, but it's
Is it up? It's kind of an uphill.
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of circuits.
Got
So
it.
you can get some that are really tough climbs. Like I was never great on the bike.
Okay.
I was a really, really, really good swimmer. Probably because I was afraid of all sorts of sea animals. So I just got in there. I just wanted to get out.
You just wanted to go in and out. Yeah.
So I was probably always one of the first ones out. Then on the bike, I'd fall way back because you have to have really good legs for that bike ride. Yeah,
that
there's
endurance,
endurance. And then once I hit the running, it was just like, this is all to me now.
Yeah.
I don't have to depend on, staying on a bike. I just felt so happy running. Like, I love it.
I've never, I don't want to say I never, I didn't get into that long distance running. I like the spurts, the sprints, right?
Yeah.
I definitely dominated in that sport when I was younger. But when it was the long run, I was like, I think because I got in my head and I would get in my head and then I would be like, damn, like this minute sounds like forever. And then like, an hour and 2 hours, I was like,
we should do one. I bet you I can train you. We should do one like all as a group.
Yeah.
We should do a 5K.
Yeah, let's do it. We definitely should do it.
I could definitely get you to do one.
Do one of those little Saturday runs and stuff.
I'm a good trainer.
I
like
believe.
Really, it's all mental.
Hey, listen,
it's fun.
I have no doubt. I was struggling going to your place and jumping into the cold plunge. At first, I thought I was brave and I did it, but every time I went in there, I just struggled, And by the way, for those of you that don't know, the cold plunge, it's 40-degree water for at least the one that I go into, but there's a 50-degree and then there's the 40-degree. And man, when I go in there, I was fighting myself, and I would tighten up and my legs would freeze up and I would feel like these needles in my feet and then I would just tense up. But I would force myself, and then it was not cool anymore. And then I just remember one day you just said, "Hey, you got to try to breathe, relax."
Yes.
And we sat down. We did a few exercises. It's a Wim Hof.
Yeah, it's the Wim Hof method of breathing. Yeah.
You taught me. We did a few of those, and I remember that literally right after that, I did 6 minutes like.
Like nothing, right?
Because the first moment that I felt panic, I just took the deep breath. Yep. Took it down to my stomach.
Yep. And
then when I let it out, that was already, it was 5 seconds already. And I did a few of those. It was, 25 seconds. And then I just then a minute went by and then 2 minutes went by. And then by the time I hit the 3 minutes, I was already in frozen mode, but I wasn't panicking.
It's just mind over body.
Yes. If
you can think it, you could accomplish it.
Interesting that's what I've been doing, and it feels so addicting now. Like
it is addicting.
I cannot go a day without going into the cold plunge. Even if it's a dip in the cold,
right?
I have to do it.
You need it. You need it.
Today was a perfect example. Ara said, you're not jumping into the cold plunge because you were working out, and I think it's counterproductive. Yes. So as soon as I was like, come on, let me just get at least a little dip in there, let me jump in.
Nope.
And I did. No, actually, so I did. He says, go in quick. He goes, don't stay in there.
Yeah.
So I went all the way down to my head, came back out, and then I went into the...
So you understand why, though, right?
I've read about it a little bit. I don't understand the complete details, so share with us.
You want me to tell you a little?
Yeah.
So
please.
You're working out, so your muscles, they break, like they tear, and then you get inflammation, and that's how you build more muscle, right? But if you go into the cold plunge, it'll halt that inflammation, so you don't get that muscle build.
Got it.
The adapting that you need.
And how long does it take for a muscle to recover, rebuild, and all that?
Probably 4 or 6 hours.
Oh, okay.
You gotta, eat your protein, get all those amino acids in. All those building blocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because I know that in the last 8 weeks, interestingly enough, my weight has gone up, but it's not fat weight. It's muscle weight, right? I could see my body just kind of transforming. And the amount of protein intake that I was at about a 170, 180, and now I'm breaking the 200 mark. By mid-morning already, I'm already at 120 grams of protein from the little protein packs, the frog packs that we've been taking, the isopures. Then I take my own protein shake, and then, by the time it's 10 a.m. in the morning, I'm already just pumped up with just stuff in me, my vitamins as well. So it's a whole regimen. that I'm going through right now. But in the results that I've seen, I mean, from the mental, and again, this journey has been happening for me. I started back in 23. Again, I had a coach, my nutrition coach, that one day didn't even start that he was my nutrition coach. He was a friend. And he basically called me out. He says, Mauricio, I've read your books. The outside doesn't reflect the inside. And then that really just kind of made me really think of, man, I need to really make some changes here, because, I preach about it, but I'm not looking at it and I'm not acting it. And it was probably a very short window of time where you can just lose yourself and then you can just blow up or not take care of yourself. So when I saw that and I realized it, I think it just made me more conscious. I think now, I think it's a blessing, the fact that I'm coming to your guys' place, and the difference from how you handle the process, and then how Ara handles the process, right? And I could see the difference just because of the personalities as well. Again, you have this endurance, this long run, long game kind of thought process. And then Ara has, and though Ara has this very long-term goal too, he's very short, and I think that comes from his competitiveness doing bobsledding, right? You have to explode from the beginning, because it's that first sprint that shoots you off and gives
he's
you
explosive.
Yeah. So I could see that. I mean, when I do the oxygen, the exercises with the oxygen, I mean, and I explode on that bike. I have never felt power in my legs. I mean, maybe when I was younger and I played soccer and I ran, but I never tracked it. And now when I track it on the Carol bike, whoo, man,
it's awesome, right?
And I get my heart rate up, and I get to see that, and I get to see how these bags, how many
you do 1,000 liters of oxygen.
1,000 liters of oxygen, which equates to how many days of oxygen?
Probably like 14 hours.
14 hours
for like a normal,
and I do it
breath.
in 15 minutes.
Yep.
So I'm basically sucking up all this oxygen in 15 minutes, because that bag goes flat after I'm done with it.
Yes.
And I'm in that 15 minutes, I feel like I've done an hour workout and I'm drenched.
Right. And you know what happens? The gains you get afterwards.
So explain to me about that.
So you consume all this oxygen, right? Which you're not used to. So your metabolism afterwards, it says, well, now what do I do with all this oxygen that I just consumed? So it speeds up. And that's how you build muscle too, because, oxygen transports testosterone, which in turn will build your muscles. It just carries all these things, which Ara will tell you all the science behind it. But basically, in layman's terms, that's pretty much it. So you have a really spiked metabolism. You're burning fat. You're building muscle.
Yeah. And again, I've seen the transformation. I'm even actually, I've shared with you that, after we did that, the breathing exercises, there's moments where I'm waking up in the middle of the night, 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4, and every time that I have that, that I wake up, I breathe. I take some deep breaths, I relax, I calm myself, and I'm out. I'm back out again.
Okay.
So
well, that's great.
Yeah, it's just part of the training.
Yep, you're going into your parasympathetic, your Zen state. That's great. Yeah, we should practice more of those.
We
non-sleep deep breaths.
Okay.
Like the yoga nidra. Yeah, we should organize that stuff.
Do you do yoga? I mean, do you?
Yes, I do.
So do you? Do you teach yoga too?
No, I don't teach it.
I
don't teach yoga, but I practice it. Yeah, we love doing the yin yoga, which is more, like the stretching, the breathing. Yeah, we also do a little power yoga, yang and stuff.
I've tried that, and I remember the first time I tried yoga, I had an instructor come to my house, and she started moving all the stuff out of away, like rearranging my living room, and my living room, everything's kind of like in place, in order, like do not touch, kind of. And she came in and just started moving stuff around. I was like, oof, I was kind of
that already started stressing you.
It did. Yeah. I mean, and we did it at 5:30, 5:45 before the sun comes up. So I live in a high rise, and the sun, you can start seeing the sunrise come up.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So I have these windows from the ground to ceiling, but I remember, and I was struggling because I'm not as flexible. But by the end of it, I had done some stretches, and she also guided me through some stretches. But I remember the amount of just how much I was just sweating. And what causes that? Is it just the breathing or the movement?
Well, yeah, I guess doing things you're not used to now.
Huh.
Right? Like, yeah, you have to. Yoga will get you to stretch in ways you've never stretched.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on the type of yoga you do, the instructor you have, but it's just so good for you. In the end, you know, your mind, your breath work, everything. It's great.
Definitely. It definitely does. It has a calming effect.
Oh, yeah.
I try to. Being in the businesses that I'm in, and the amount of stress that I put on myself. I mean, when I find these types of exercises, I try to balance it, because if I do it in the morning, I'm not trying to be relaxed in the morning. I'm trying to be firing on all pistons.
Right.
But I haven't practiced it in the evening, because then I'm afraid that if I practice something and it wakes me up, then I won't go to sleep.
Yeah, but for some reason, yoga, it's calming, but it doesn't, I mean, it energizes you too.
Okay. Well,
Have you had that effect?
I've done the breathing. There's the breath work type of yoga that I've done on a Friday evening, and after that I'm like,
It relaxes you.
I just want to go home and just crawl right into bed
Yeah.
and just knock out.
Yeah. It kicks your butt.
It
honestly.
does.
Yep.
It does. I gotta say it has. Well, I gotta share that that the things that we've done that I've been going through have definitely reshaped that mindset. Whether it's the oxygen, whether it's the supplements that I'm taking, and the red light. Red light. That's been a fun one. I'll definitely love the red light.
Red light is amazing.
Talk to me about that. I mean, because I understand I've read about
Yes.
it, the collagen and all the different stuff, but share with me about red
So
light.
basically, red light, it depending on the nanometers, which is the length of how you measure the light, and the color, and the wave sequence of the light, it penetrates into your cells, and it causes your ATP production. So you're getting your mitochondria to work. You're getting all that energy, collagen production, elastin. It's just fantastic. It's great, like for eyesight. People don't know this. It's fantastic for eyesight. It's great for skin issues.
Yeah.
Psoriasis, acne.
I've definitely seen.
migraines.
I've gotten compliments about my skin. They're like,
Oh,
"Wow, your
yeah.
skin looks so good." I'm
Yeah,
like,
you just glow. You just glow from within.
It's
It's
natural.
Great. You
It's
absorb
natural.
the light. It's fantastic. Yeah, red light is amazing.
I've definitely have I for my eyes. I have this eye disease. It's called keratoconus on both eyes.
Okay.
1 in 1,000 people get it, and I'm the lucky one that got them on both
Okay.
eyes. And what I do notice is that every time I do my eyes open in the red light, my sight is so crisp
Okay.
after. And I mean, obviously, I still wear glasses, for other purposes, but I do feel my eyes get refreshed, re-energized, just for whatever it's doing. And I mean, it's only 8 weeks in, and I'm just looking for me. This journey now is lifelong now. It's not something that is just, we're going to go through a cycle, and no. This is a way of life now.
Yes. We love that.
Yeah, it's definitely something that, they talk about work balance and health balance and all that. Well, you have to find these things to give yourself that balance. And when you don't do it, like I said, I miss one day of cold plunge, and I feel like
Yeah, you miss it. Yeah.
I'm out of balance.
And it becomes addictive. Like it really does.
Yeah.
Everything you secrete this adrenaline, the catecholamines, all these feel good chemicals. Your body, you just want them. You want that dopamine.
Yeah.
And you're just chasing it. And there's many ways to chase dopamine, but cold plunge is a great alternative.
Share with us, too, about nutrition. Obviously,
Yes.
your background is in nutrition.
Yes.
And so we do all of this work. And we know that we have to eat well and eat clean. What does that
Yes.
mean to eat well and eat clean? Because I do know that come the weekend, we become these weekend warriors.
Yes.
And everything that we did Monday through Friday,
Yep.
we kind of destroy it.
Yeah.
And I've been more conscious of it now, so that I don't destroy it as much as but I'm because I also now I'm so sensitive to smells, to the taste of foods, or or sometimes I'm not even that, I don't have a strong appetite. So, but talk to us about nutrition. How important is that?
Well, nutrition is really important.
Yeah.
But, basically eating clean, it's just eating, healthy protein, avoiding the seed oils, which we know are so harming, so
Seed
bad
oils
for you.
like,
Seed oils like the canola oils.
Okay.
You want to get the good fats, the
Okay.
olive oils, the avocado oils. A lot of people now are using ghee, even butter. Just all those fake oils that are going to stick to your arteries and cause all these really bad things. Like, they cause your arteries to clog up, your veins to clog, and then everything bad just sticks to them. So you want the healthy stuff. You want to eat your clean proteins, obviously vegetables. Obviously, carbs aren't bad. Carbs, we've made carbs, the bad guy. They're not
Right.
bad at a
Yeah.
certain time,
Okay.
I'd avoid them at night, but we can go into nutrition for a long time. But
I heard that like for carbs or like rice, I love to eat rice. And they said they would just have the carbs before at least 3:00.
that's my rule too.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so it is something that's
Yep.
it's common out there.
Yeah.
So I try not, anything after 3:00, stay away from that. But keep your carbs. And then I'm thinking, well, what am I going to eat in the afternoon for dinner then?
Yeah.
Well, then I just more protein and more greens.
Well, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and then
Grains
just-
aren't bad. It's just, you don't want to feel heavier at night because then you just, feel sluggish. Just keep everything, the least processed. Nothing that comes in a bag that makes noise. That's kind of a rule too. Nothing that, just eat like the least amount of processed things.
Got it.
Yeah.
On proteins, like
Yep.
if people don't want to have meat for proteins, what are some good proteins out there that that are high in protein, right? Because sometimes those proteins can have high calories.
Yes.
And now you're consuming high calories, but not
Yeah.
enough protein.
I mean, a lot of people won't, if you're vegan, like you won't eat eggs, but eggs are a great source of protein. They've also been kind of like, labeled as a bad guy.
Okay.
And eggs are like really good for you.
Yeah, eggs are like, they put the fear factor that eggs
Yep.
have high cholesterol.
Yeah. Which, I mean, everything in excess is bad, but eggs
Right.
are like a really good source of protein. You can also have combinations of amino acids like rice and beans, rice and lentils. And there's a bunch of alternate
And
proteins.
beans have a lot of protein in them?
It's good when you mix them.
Okay.
Yeah. They're great.
Like rice and
they're
beans.
great. Yeah, rice and beans is fantastic.
I mean,
it's a great amino
arroz con
acid chain.
frijoles, I'll
Yeah,
get-
exactly. So it's as easy as that. Yeah.
I just don't have the colored rice, the stuff with all the
fatty stuff. But it's not bad as long as you
Just put extra
stick
beans in
to
it or
the
something.
nothing too processed, nothing too oily. It's not easy to eat clean all the time. But you just try to stick to the basics.
Okay.
know.
And basics are,
Not too many like heavy sauces and creams and fats and sugars. Sugar's the worst.
Yes.
It's like anything with sugars. Like honestly, sugar's the worst.
since I started this transformation, it's been interesting because the minute I have sugar, oh man, I feel it. All of a
Yep.
sudden I get this spike,
Yep.
and I get this like high, and all of a sudden I know I'm going to start crashing. And when I crash, all I'm doing is I'm knocking out.
Yes.
And then I wake up and I have like my mouth is dry. Or when I eat like foods that have a lot of sodium in it.
Yep.
Now sodium is kind of they've made that the evil thing too, right?
Yep.
But sodium is good.
I mean, it's to a certain degree.
Okay.
Not
Like-
too much that it'll make you, it'll also dehydrate you. Like you drink a lot of water,
Yes, I do.
a lot of water. But if you don't drink enough sodium,
yes,
then that's also bad. It's like everything to excess.
Yeah.
Like you kind of shouldn't do too much of a good thing. Like there is such thing as too much of a good thing.
I
But,
believe
you
that's
know.
true. One of my business partners back in the day said to me, Mauricio, everything in moderation except making money. I was like, all right,
Oh yeah,
I could take
that's
that.
a good one. You could live by that one. Yeah.
I know we talked about real estate and that real estate universe. That's one of my favorite topics because I'm big into that. I love the construction and the development side of real estate. Real estate has so many different tiers or different
Yeah.
layers. I know that you were what you shared was you were doing some of that in Mexico and you were doing international.
Yes.
Share a little bit about that because Mexico City's real estate is unique,
Yes.
especially in the area that you were probably in, and the kind of people that were probably buying these types of properties. So share a little bit about that.
Well, I was representing developers.
Okay.
Yeah, so in Mexico City, I started, and yeah, we were dealing with a lot of expats, a lot of people. Like Mexico City is really popular in the areas I worked.
Got it.
Yeah, for like Americans, Europeans, Canadians, they love Mexico. And then I moved to the beach, to Playa del Carmen and Tulum. So there, especially,
Those places have blown up. I
Yeah.
mean, it's almost like has it overblown up or is it just kind of?
it did.
Yeah.
Honestly, it did.
Yeah.
So I was there.
I remember when
right?
Playa del Carmen was
Yeah.
like when you said that was like sexy and
Oh yeah,
you know it was
a
just,
little fisherman town, and it was kind of like Saint Tropez. They compared it to like Ibiza,
wow. Okay.
and yeah, now it's definitely blown up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was there right when COVID hit.
Okay.
So at first, you know, we were on lockdown and everything, but then, you know, Mexico, it was just open for everyone. So all these, especially like young Europeans.
I think that would have been the time to if you wanted to relocate to somewhere like relocate was during COVID.
That was, yeah. Then Mexico's great. I mean, where I was, right? The Riviera Maya.
Okay.
That was fantastic. So we got a lot
Riviera
of digital
Maya,
nomads.
Is that on the so geographically is that on
Yes.
the inside of
So Riviera Maya is the Mexican Caribbean.
Okay.
So it's Cancun to Tulum and even a little more south. But it's like
So that's on the
it's the Atlantic coast.
Atlantic coast. Yeah, there
Right.
we go. Okay, yeah. I've
but
been to
it's
Cancun.
actually more south.
South. That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Cancun was fun.
Oh yeah. Cancun is beautiful. You know,
Yeah.
you have the turquoise sea. It's the Caribbean. So you
Yeah.
have this really beautiful turquoise sea and
Yes.
you know, great food, great people. It's really
It's interesting.
it's amazing.
I went well, I don't know if it can be post COVID. I was in 2024 actually last year. And it was interesting to see that a lot of activity, but then you can see what COVID did to that hospitality industry out there and just destroyed a lot of businesses probably in that area.
Yeah.
But hopefully now things are, turning things around. But and the real estate in that area, it's got to be growing as well.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah?
Like we blew up there. Yeah. A lot of people, there was a lot of digital nomads like in Thailand and Vietnam. And, we've always gotten the snowbirds, right? Like the East Coasters,
I love it.
the Canadians, the New Yorkers, Boston. Especially, it was before it was older people who used to flock down in the winter to stay there like for 6 months.
Wow.
Like November through March, right?
Okay.
But then during COVID, it changed. The demographic changed. We got like families, young families. Kids were doing school from home. People were working remote. So people just said, well, why be in, I don't know, like in the snow or in, I don't know,
Why be miserable?
Iowa or I don't know where. So they just
We're not
started
picking on the
going-
Iowan people.
No,
man.
no. I mean, it's just
Gonna get a
saying,
bunch
like,
of hate from that Midwest now. Like,
I
what's
know,
wrong with
I'm
Iowa?
sorry. I mean, it could be Chicago, San Diego, everyone moved. But
The entire United States was
yes.
moving. It was all on
no,
lockdown.
but we got a lot of, especially like young Europeans,
Very cool.
lot. Like a lot of Germans, a lot of French, people from the UK.
Yeah, I could see that. When you go to Miami, have you ever been to Miami?
Yes.
I love Miami.
I love Miami.
Yeah, Miami is like that. I feel like I belong in Miami.
Oh, me too. You should be in Miami.
The minute that I land, I'm like, oh, I'm home.
Yes.
And then I put my feet in the sand. I'm like, I feel like I'm just. I told my family, I said, when I pass away, I want you guys to cremate me. I said, and I don't want anyone to keep any of my ashes. I need you guys to go dump me in Miami
in the
because when I
beach.
get reincarnated, I'm gonna come back full
Yeah.
in action in Miami.
Yeah,
So-
Miami's great. I can see you in Miami.
Oh,
You would be 100% in your element there. Yep.
every time I
Yeah.
get there, I'm like,
I'm home.
I'm home.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
I know a lot of people out there, and I see going to my point is that I see a lot of Europeans.
Yes.
In South Beach or in Florida and Miami, that area, the Brickell area, a lot of Russian, a lot of Europeans from Italy, from all of the Mediterraneans. countries, and it's just interesting to see that vibe. And then it's actually it just feels really. There's just a different energy about it. You know,
No, Miami's amazing.
yeah. So I saw that too when I was in Cancun. You got to see all the different world travelers that are going there. And I think that's just it. Again, it was just when you're surrounded by that, you get to see that you enjoy it.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I had fun. I met amazing people. I got in touch with these professional poker players, young guys. That was like really cool.
okay.
And I sold to one, and suddenly I sold to two, then to 10. And I sold like the whole professional poker tour since they were all doing it online, and they kind of all know each other. They're kind of all friends.
Yeah.
So they kind of all traveled together. They moved together.
Okay.
They were all hanging out in Tulum, and they all bought condos.
Nice.
And yeah, it was fun. That was good. I sold to Australians.
What does the price look like in those areas?
Oh, you can get, so different from here.
Yes.
You can get a really nice place from like anywhere from 100.
What?
50,000.
What?
Yeah. So like, I mean, I can't even tell you what $1 million will get you.
Wow.
Yeah. Something like off the charts. A big 5-bedroom. Yeah. It's Mexico. You can get a lot for your money. Great service. Great people.
Sometimes
Beautiful place. Honestly, it's magical there.
Sometimes I question myself.
Yeah.
Why am I here beating myself up?
Yeah.
I have the ability to go do these things, but then I think to myself, right? Let's think of it from a once you establish yourself there, what do you do, right, for a living, right? I mean, aside if you have an online business or you have what is it and then what sustains the cost of living, because you're making it here, right? Because there's nowhere else in the world that you can probably make the amount that you're making here, and then you're transporting that over there. So I guess that's where you can probably say, hey, there's a lot of people that retire and decide to go over there because they take whatever they have here and then they extend it.
Yes.
For how many every year can extend.
That's why we get a lot of retirees. Yeah. I mean, but again, too much of a good thing, right? Like you're there, and then it's like you miss a little bit of like the hustle. And
the hustle and grind.
Yes.
During all that time while you're doing real estate, are you still incorporating your health and wellness? I mean,
that's always been part of my day to day.
So it's almost like you had two lives going on.
I wasn't doing it, for work, but I was always doing it, personally. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always kept up it's just part of what I do.
Got it.
Yeah, and over there it's like a big wellness scene as well. A big Tulum,
because
there's a lot of yoga retreats.
Everyone's beautiful over there. Everyone wants
There's a lot of beautiful people.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of good-looking people there.
Yeah.
You're on the beach, people are walking around with nothing on, so yeah.
Yeah.
People do take care. There's a lot of consciousness around the body. Yeah, and not so much in a vain way, but more healthy. Depends what you want to get into, but yeah.
I also think too that you're also exposed to a different environment of foods as well, right? You're eating a lot of fish.
Yes.
Mariscos. You're eating
a lot of really good fruits.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot more organic things than here. Here we're getting stuff with, pesticides, and they say it's organic, but it's right next to what's not organic. So, it's really hard. Yeah. You got to really clean your stuff. It's horrible. Yeah, in Mexico, you do get I guess, better quality of food, but...
Let me ask you, the entrepreneurship, because I know we talked a little bit about that. Do you feel that you're an entrepreneur?
I do now.
You do now, huh?
I definitely do.
Real estate is obviously, there's an entrepreneurial spirit in there.
I
think, but now that with the fact that you have not that you haven't had any other business, but you have a certain type of niche business.
Yes.
Because your business is a niche market.
It is.
And in my experience or in my opinion too, I think that you guys have already outgrown that. And in the next 3 to 6 months, or just let's say going into the next year, I think the opportunity of exploding are there. Just going through the learning curves, the little
trial and error. Yes, every day. We're still learning.
Where do you think that how do you think that woke up, or where do you think along the way that something triggered and said, hey, I want to jump over the cliff and do this, because that's
The one we're doing now, or
Yeah.
like a next one? The one we're doing now?
yeah.
Well, we were living in Mexico.
Yeah.
I met Ara
Uh-huh.
because I sold him a condo in Tulum.
Oh, you closed him.
And
You closed.
I
I'm
closed
gonna
that
tell
deal.
him. I'm like, hey,
So-
tell me about when you got closed. And I want to see his expression.
He will tell. He will love to tell you that story.
His version, right?
His version, of course. Yeah, but no, yeah, we hit it off since we met. He was actually my last client.
Got it. Okay.
I met him and it was over. It's like, it was just fun. He's just a fun guy.
Yeah.
No, honestly, it was a point. A lot of things came together. And I was just, it was something I wanted to take a step back from. I had been working a lot for a lot of years. And we met. We're both very big into this, all this wellness and self-care. And we love all this healthy lifestyle. So we were doing it ourselves in Mexico. He is also in real estate, where we are now, BMS. That was his old real estate office.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And, he was doing commercial real estate. He was leasing office, which with COVID, that wasn't happening. So he took a break. We were just kind of relaxing, every day by the pool, doing yoga, working out. And then that was pretty much it, So you do get, again, too much of a good thing, right? You need something else. So one day he just said, hey, why don't we just go open a place, in my old real estate office? Yeah. So I immediately said, yes, let's do it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just went for it.
It's kind of it's maybe an extreme because you go from Southern California, from the beaches, from San Diego to where you're at to the Bay Area, Santa Clara.
Yeah.
I mean, you're in tech capital. There's I don't want to say there's nothing sexy about being up here, but
there's plenty sexy here.
Is there?
I think so.
So I've been here for a long time, and so it's for me, sexy is going to the beach and going to warm waters, being around warm weather.
Yeah.
Silicon Valley sexy to me is you have the ability to make a lot of money, and that's sexy.
Well, you know what? Someone once told me, you're living where the future is being thought of. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Everything starts here.
It's crazy.
Everything
right?
starts here.
I mean, when I was growing up, I never heard of San Jose, right?
Oh, me neither.
So, and then now that I'm living here, I'm like, I still have that in my mind that I think about, what do people like? Do people
Where
know
are you from?
So originally, I grew up in L.A., Los Angeles.
Okay.
The crazy part about me is that I was actually born in San Francisco.
Okay.
And then at 3 years old, my mom decided to move us to Southern California, myself and my little sister. So we grew up literally in Los Angeles. So I don't have any memories of San Francisco.
Okay.
So, and growing up in Los Angeles for me is I became, a beach kid, going to the beach every weekend, being in warm weather, just the Hollywoods, that whole vibe of LA. Mm-hmm. And when I ended up moving up here, I was in the early 90s, and I lived in San Francisco for a minute, and then I got accepted in San Jose State. Mm-hmm. And it reminded me, actually both San Francisco and San Jose State, but San Jose reminded me a little bit of LA without the beaches, right? Mm-hmm. But then we can always go over the hill to Santa Cruz, and Santa Cruz was kind of cool, right? Or Capitola. It was just a different vibe. But I think about San Jose, I'm like, and for me, it's Silicon Valley. That's sexy, right? Silicon Valley, because you're right. I mean, every tech capital. Every tech company is here in the tech capital of the world.
Yeah, this is where it all starts.
And it's just, it's crazy to think that.
It's
I got chills thinking about that.
Yeah, right? So that's really sexy, I think. And, I think what we're doing, there's a lot of this in LA, in Miami, some like in New York, other places. Here, there's not really a lot. Yeah. People... I know they follow it a lot. They're very into the wellness stuff. It's just there's not a lot of places to do it, maybe.
Why do you think that? I mean, because that...
new.
Okay.
It's very new, but it's definitely, it's a wave and it's rising.
We're going to call it biohacking, right?
Yes.
I think that's the term that is being used. Biohacking has been done here for a long time. It's just been quiet.
Yep.
I just watched last night. I watched the documentary on Victor Conti on his whole Balco laboratories and then his snack. I like to take his snack products.
Okay.
They're actually really.
I want to watch that.
They really. Oh, you got to watch it.
Okay.
And he talks about the what they were already doing as far as biohacking. It's just now they've changed the names now, or they've repackaged these things and called them peptides.
Yes.
And there's different ways of now rebranding things.
Yep.
But it's always been interesting because they are doing that here. I mean, aside from technology, not too far from here up north, you have Genentech. You have a lot of pharmaceutical companies up in that Brisbane, South San Francisco area. I mean, that's a little
like a little biotech hub.
But biotech hub.
Yes.
That's right. That's right. So we think about that and we're like, man, but it's not. There. I guess there just hasn't been that one explosion here of making it sexy. But in LA, sexy.
Oh yeah.
Miami, sexy. All these like exotic cities, sexy. San Diego,
where people are more used to, it's more about the physical appearance.
right?
Where here we're more low key.
Yeah,
probably.
we're more about the brain, the mindset.
It's more about the brain, and honestly, I think it's more about the health too.
Yeah.
I don't know. LA is also pretty healthy if you want to be in that lane.
Right.
LA's great.
Yeah.
I love LA.
I love LA too.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, I think that we've covered pretty much the stuff that we talked about earlier. You obviously have done great in your past. You did well in your real estate. You got that under your belt, so you understand it.
I understand it,
and
but been there, done that for me.
I'm
kind of over it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm very excited about what we're doing now.
I could tell because every time I come in, you can see that you're in your zone.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I saw the other day when you guys were rearranging, I had to step out of that conversation, the feng shui conversation. I was like, I'm going to step away from this one. Don't ask my opinion because I'm going to agree with you.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So,
I know. Yeah, but it's honestly I think we're blessed.
Yes.
That we get to go every day to do something we just love.
Yes.
And I think that shows. I mean, we may not be the most professional yet. We're still figuring it out. We do run it kind of like a mom and pop shop.
Yeah, well.
But we'll get there. But I think
it takes time.
Yeah,
it takes time. I mean, I shared with you. You guys have heard my story with my gym. I 3 years it took me to build the Punch King Fitness brand that I had here in San Jose, and it cost me $1 million. 3 years of my life and $1 million, like real money.
Yep.
To take that thing to that next level, and then for it to just implode.
Yes.
Because I ran out of time, right? Not because I've ran out of resources. I just and maybe that's just what it was meant to be. But I actually loved going there. I just didn't love the fact that I had to run it. I always tell people I love going to the gym, not running the gym. It's like I love now from all that experience, I look at what you guys are doing, and I said I love going here. I don't want to run one, but the difference now is that I know what not to do.
Right.
In order to avoid those pitfalls that happen in that growing pain.
Yep.
Right. So I think that it's beautiful right now that I get to experience it with you guys while you guys are growing.
You get to see it from the outside and you give us great tips.
Yes,
we've learned a lot from you,
and I appreciate that. I'm just sharing what I've experienced.
Yeah.
And then I've shared this with Ara. I said, hey, I think that once you open up store number 2 and then number 3, all your mistakes are in number 1.
Yes.
Number 2, you don't repeat what you did in number 1, but you're still learning, right? Because now you're operating 2. And then number 3, you don't repeat what you did in number 1 and number 2, and then number 3 gets refined.
Yes.
That I think that once number 3 happens, the other 2 will fall in line. They'll get lined up.
Yeah.
And then from number 3, 4, and 5 and on, then that's when you're step and repeat.
Wow, it seems like a lot, but yeah.
It's the way that it happens.
Yes.
I
can see it.
When we got up to store number 8, then once we got into international, That was
I didn't know you had they grew to that many.
Yeah, we 4 on the East Coast, 3 here in the West Coast, and then 1 international in Vietnam. And that one's a mega one. That one is, I mean, that one has bells and whistles on it. I mean,
Is it still open?
Oh yeah. It's still open. So we have a partner that runs it out there, and I mean that thing is full blown.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know.
So the only thing is that our San Jose one, Silicon Valley one, when we moved it from one location to another, and that's where I learned something else too, is that when you build that camaraderie or that community, when you build that community and you disrupt it, it's very sensitive.
Yep.
It's very sensitive, and
you destabilize it.
100%, because now you destabilize everyone's routine. Yep. So, and you try to move them, and I moved them probably about 8 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes drive. Not that far. It was about 4.8 miles distance, 550 members, and within 45 days, it just imploded.
Wow, that fast. It just didn't take off.
No.
Maybe the energy of the space.
100%.
A lot of things have to come into play, right?
When you design and build something custom to the space that you're in, that's what happens. It's just kind of like walking into your space, right?
Yep.
Everything has been, it has its place.
Yeah, it has its flow.
It's got its flow, and then we learn from when you guys are putting it through the stress test every week, every month, and when you hit that 3 month, 6 month, 1 year period, you're gonna see the wear and tear. You're gonna also learn along the way all the different steps and processes that. Once you get to store number 2, 3.
Yeah.
And that's what I got excited about. I told Ara, I said, man, I told myself I would never get into this business again.
Well,
but
we'll love to have you.
I'm all on board now. I just know that this time around, because of the experience that I have, I can actually bring value,
of course,
to it, because I know again what we want to avoid. And the biggest thing in the fitness and health and wellness, and this is something that I learned through a partnership that I had, was you got to learn the sales system, the cycles. And once you have your team that buys into that cycle, then us as operators, we just step back, and then we just keep feeding our team with that pep talk, that energy, the confidence. Because every time they close a deal, it's like dopamine, right? It's addicting. It's like, yes. And then when they get paid on that day, they're like,
It's fantastic to close a deal.
It feels good, right? It's like the chase and the hunt and the amount of dopamine that you get when you close. You're like, you've accomplished something. You're like, yes, let's do it.
For sure. So I miss that from real estate. I miss that.
And real estate is super rewarding because the commissions are, at least here, I remember when we were doing sales transactions. Yeah. I mean, commissions were, the smallest commission was like $15,000 to $18,000 smallest. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about $30,000, $40,000 commissions.
Well, this is probably one of the, if not the most expensive real estate market in the world.
It is, right? It is. They keep publishing that San Jose is the most expensive. And I'm like, and I'm wondering, what do people say when they hear San Jose? They're like, "Where's San Jose?"
Yeah, where's San Jose? Right? Like, I didn't know where Cupertino was, except for like my Apple devices. I was like, all of them said "Made in Cupertino." I'm like, where's Cupertino? I had never been north of LA.
Wow.
I had never been like the most north I had been before meeting Ara was like Six Flags in Valencia. Like I had never been.
And that's far.
Yeah.
Like once you get out of Valencia, that area, you're like, you're like in the boonies.
Yeah. And I love it here. Oh. See, for me, my real estate, it was different. Maybe the commissions weren't as big, but honestly, I was selling people their dream. So that was beautiful. Yeah. It's like they got to own a piece of real estate in an exotic place, on a beach. We were more like about selling a lifestyle.
That's right.
Yeah. And it's kind of what we do now.
I just was going to say that. Yeah, it's like what you do now. It's selling a lifestyle. Yep. And have you seen that? Are you starting to attract that customer that wants that lifestyle? Not just the people that are, I don't don't want to say that they have health issues, but they do. Some of the clients that are coming in, right? You can physically see. Yeah. But you can also see, like I've seen, there was a gentleman that started probably the same time that I did, and I could see the transformation in him too. Oh, yeah. I'm like, whoa. But sometimes it's like over, like you want to say it's overnight, but you realize that
it's fast. It's like Tyler was asking me, do you have young people too? Oh yeah, we have young people.
Nice.
Right, we have young people.
Yeah.
Who have health issues or weight issues or just they like the lifestyle. We have older people that it's helping them immensely. Yeah, we have people with health issues, some with really serious health issues, which we hope we can help. Yeah. That's why we opened. We opened to make an impact on somebody's life, make everyone's life just a little better. Yeah. If we can make anyone's life a little better, that's our reward.
Well, I definitely look forward to seeing how you guys develop and the rest of the programming that's going to develop there. I think you have a great space, and I think that there's a great future ahead. I'm looking definitely forward to the scaling part of it because that's where I see my part being in.
That's where we'll need the help.
I share here in the program that when we bring on entrepreneurs or business owners or people that are involved in different parts. You never know. There could be a deal that gets cut or an opportunity that happens here just by having a conversation, and that's why, for me, I think that as I see this growth and as I'm falling more in love with the fact of health and wellness, and I'm now, it's a part of my life every day now.
Yeah.
And every once in a while I'll fall off the wagon, but. Hey, you're not. You have to. You have to, exactly, right?
Yeah, you have to take a cheat day. You have to give yourself a break, right? But
and there's moments where I don't, and I get so intense. I'm like, because I'm just so crammed up with stuff.
Yeah,
so.
Just flow.
Anyhow, I want to say thank you and appreciate the time that you've.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I think that we've learned a lot. What it takes to mentally put yourself through the stuff that you've done, trained for, and I'm sure that the athletes that you got to coach, you probably put them through the regimen, especially.
Well, everyone who was there was because they wanted to be there.
Yeah.
So you just kind of guide them. You just kind of hold their hand and help them. It's the same like at BMS, right?
Yeah.
Everyone who's there is because they want to be there. We just kind of hold their hand and guide them with the little or more experience that we have, maybe than the average person.
Right.
But we still have a lot to learn too. So, we're learning every day with you guys. Yeah. So we love it. We appreciate
we're the
that.
guinea pigs.
Yep, you sure are.
Anyhow, well,
but we're there with you.
I look forward to seeing you guys scale and being very successful in that universe. And
thank you for supporting and supporting the cause.
Hey, I'm all about it. I'm wearing my super patch.
You're looking great.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't wear my patches today. I knew something was off. I love them.
Yes.
I love the focus and the boost. It's my favorite.
I'll definitely take you some more than there. I got plenty of them. We got to get you set up on those.
Yes. I'm working on that.
All right. I'm meeting with the crew, Gareth and Lance. I'm meeting with them in Utah in a couple of weeks.
Amazing.
And we're going to be talking. I'm going to actually. It's going to be my first podcast that I do on an offsite.
Okay.
We're going to be renting a studio out there and talking about their journey.
Okay.
And it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. But they're also part of the Alpha Biomeds, which is the peptides that you guys carry. I'm on those peptides, and those have been definitely a game changer for me. And we'll just see. Can't
wait for that to be more mainstream.
Yes.
Let's see where that goes. Well, that's what's really exciting for us.
Peptides have been around now, 2 years?
They've probably been around forever, like since maybe the 70s.
Okay. And have they been called peptides? I mean, I don't think.
Yeah, they were. It's what it is, right? It's a peptide. Okay. So a peptide is a short chain of amino acids.
Got it.
Yeah, it's 50 or less, because if it's 51 or more, then it's a protein. But they're just amino acids.
Okay.
And depending on how they're structured, it causes a reaction. It causes your body to produce a reaction.
Got it.
Right? Like the tanning peptide. Or, you can get smarter. You can grow muscle. Why not?
I know that tanning one for sure. I tried I did a little bit of that. I was like, whoa.
You know the tanning peptide, so you know.
Made my molars,
peptides
my
first.
moles a little bit darker, but
yeah.
but I gave me some color, and I was like, whoa! It was
Right?
just
Wow.
everyone was asking her, did you just tan? I'm like,
I came from Miami.
I'm natural.
Yeah, you know.
Anyhow, well, thank you again.
No, thank
Appreciate
you.
it. People want to find out how to
Yes.
get a hold of you guys.
Yeah.
What's the website? Is BMS?
So BMS Wellness CA, that's our Instagram handle.
Okay.
Our website is BMS Wellness CA.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then they
Look
can
us
schedule
up.
an appointment, and
Yes.
it's in Santa Clara.
it's in Santa Clara, right by Santa Clara University.
The first one, yeah, if you're right down the street. Has that been have you guys seen an impact from the university, possibly
Well,
from the students or from
Possibly,
the
yeah.
athletes?
We have a few. Yeah,
Okay.
we're definitely the name's getting out there. You know, school was out right when we opened, so we really haven't had a chance to measure that.
Oof.
But now that they're just back in school this week,
Yeah,
we're probably gonna, you know, the athletics department has reached out, so
yeah.
we're probably definitely gonna do some synergizing there.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, we're excited.
Well, good. Well,
There's lots to do.
Nothing but wishing you guys much luck.
you.
And,
Thank you so much.
And I love the spot, and
Thank you.
I'm a forever member there.
Thank you. We love that. We love that. You're not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere. Even if
love
I
that.
tried, I probably wouldn't
Yep.
be able to get let
Nope,
go. They're like,
we'll-
no. I got a phone call the
we'll
other day
fish
when
you
I was
right
like,
back.
I was like 15 minutes like off my time. I got a phone call from Mara. It's like, hey, are you coming in today? I'm like, yeah, I'm parking right now, man.
Well, it's not the same without you. I'll tell you that. We love your energy.
Thank you. I appreciate
Fantastic.
that. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, guys. I want to say thank you to Gene again for being here. Mauricio Mejia Live. Don't forget to comment, like, or subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.
Like, comment, subscribe. Mauricio Mejia live on YouTube.